Find out how they can help you. Click their icon above the weather on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome in to WTIM, your information station. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Before we get going here with another great interview, we would like to thank our sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. Rounding out our morning today, it's Mayor of Taylorville, Mayor Bruce Berry. How are you doing, Mayor Berry?
Very well, Tim. Thanks for having me.
Without a doubt, always a pleasure to see you. And it is the new year. We're moving into some new developments here in Taylorville, the year of 2024. It's going to be one to remember.
Right. We're really looking forward to all the things that are happening on our square, and the city's going to help. We're going to redo West Main Cross this year, along with some preliminary work on our square. And hopefully, this year, next year, we'll have it all completed, and it'll be a fabulous place to go.
Unbelievable. I mean,
Right.
these developments are so awesome. And just me entering into this town in 2023, it's really felt like this is the year where these things really got put in motion.
I look forward to the new place going to open there on the corner of Market and Washington Street here soon. And then Jack's on Main looks to be fabulous, as it going up. And like I said, we're really excited in the town right now that all the developments that's going on.
Yeah. We just had in some folks from the real estate group of Taylorville, and they're moving to the west side of the Taylorville Square,
Exactly.
renovating a building there. It's
Right.
exactly what we want to see. And
People want to be on our square, it seems like now. And all the credit goes to small town Taylorville and that group of people that puts all this together. And again, Heartland Development's doing a great job.
yeah, I'm thinking about all the things just this year. I mean, places like Furlough, they're moving onto the square. The
Right.
Dandelion is a big one that opened this year. They're finding success on the square.
Exactly.
Huge.
Exactly. And the city's going to be there to help them. So
Absolutely.
and we are there to help them.
Yeah, we don't recognize that enough, but is that the business development district?
Correct.
Cool.
Correct. Which entails most of the retail businesses in Taylorville, and they're all eligible for grant money from the city. And we've been able to help a lot of them out.
Yeah, the BDD agreements is what those are called.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly,
okay.
Tim. Boy, you're really catching on.
I am.
You
Look
got
at
the
that.
letters down, everything.
Connecting the pieces on that one right there,
Right.
and now I understand.
proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And I
Yeah.
would have never have learned that probably in my life. I wouldn't have had this great job right here. So
Yeah.
it's just so awesome, and it's even more awesome for the retailers of Taylorville right there, because they pay a 1% tax,
Right.
and then
The
they're
sales tax.
eligible
yes.
for grant
Yeah,
sales
right.
tax. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Anything to help out with anything surrounding their business, and that's a
Correct.
pretty dang
when
cool
you
thing.
move on to big and better cities, they'll say the BDD, and you'll know what they're talking
I
about.
know what that is.
Yes,
They'll
yeah.
wonder how the heck
I hope
learned.
you remember me when you get out. You
Oh,
go.
That will not
to
be an
the big
issue.
Cities.
Mayor
Okay.
Berry.
All right. Thank you.
You will not be escaping my
All
mind.
right,
Mayor Berry.
thank
I
you,
promise
Tim.
you right there. This is so awesome. So we're talking about the 2024 year as we're moving into it. It's an exciting time to be in Taylorville. I remember seeing the mock-up drafts of the Jackson Main and seeing what this can really look like. And now we are nearing
Correct.
that
correct.
place being
It's in
open right
March or April, so hopefully that'll get done, and we'll be having some rooftop dining in the town.
Can you believe that?
That'd be great.
I mean,
yes.
20 years ago, did you imagine to be saying that? A
No,
rooftop-
not at all. Not at all.
Rooftop dining.
20 years ago, I couldn't imagine myself being mayor, but so a lot of things are happening.
Sure. Well, now you're on the morning show and you're talking
Yeah,
about eating
Exactly.
upstairs.
I
in
love being.
Taylorville.
I love being on the morning show.
We love having you on the morning show. This is awesome. So you talked about some square development, West Main Cross. You bring up West Main
West
Cross.
Main
a lot.
Cross. We did East Main Cross. Now we're going to do West Main Cross this coming year. Put new water lines there and repave it. And again, we're really improving our downtown area. We did receive a grant from DCEO to improve the downtown area. We're hoping we get a grant to include the 9-block area away from the square. So hopefully that'll come in this fall, and we'll be able to do a lot of redevelopment up there.
Yeah, beautiful. And as we're talking about redevelopments and things that a lot of people care about out there, and we haven't mentioned it in a while, the bike path. What are the moves on that in 2020?
We're supposed to find out if they're going to put out the letting this January or early February. So hopefully they'll put that out. That'll come in at what our engineers think it will come in, and we'll be able to fix the trestle and improve the bike path. So that's a big thing coming up in 2024.
One thing to look out for there. And you
Yeah.
said January into February.
January, February, they'll put
letting.
the state will put out the letting for that, and is what I've been told. And so hopefully, and like I said, there's another group of people that do magnificent work on the bike trail led by Bud Altman, and he does a great job, and him and Steve Dennis, and I can't name everybody on there.
Sure.
Bill Roseberry and things. I know I meet with them about once every couple months and go from there.
Yeah.
So
if you keep heading down that path and you make your way to Lake Taylorville, well, what's new with Lake Taylorville?
well, we're hoping we get some grant money to improve our marina, the marina office and things like that. We applied for that. We didn't get it last year. We reapplied this year, and I think our chances are good. And that's something we're going to find out in February or March also. So you can just always hope.
Yeah.
I've met with a lot of the state legislators in our area and things, and trying to push forward for Taylorville. So I guess that's what we're hoping for.
Absolutely. And when a grant doesn't go through, I mean, when that grant writing process, are there things you change? Are there things you add? What does that look like?
Yeah, sometimes our engineers work closely with us, and there's things we add and change, seeing on how we can be our grant recipient, and it works good.
Interesting. All right. So talking a little bit about some lake updates here in 2024 and the marina. You're just trying to get it a little bit more easy to get into the water.
Exactly. So
awesome.
that'd be great.
Yeah, I think about Lake Shelbyville a little bit. I mean, they got a whole infrastructure. They got so many different marinas and dams all over there.
The Marine Corps and things like that do a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
very involved.
Yes.
Over there. So we're talking about projects moving into 2024 here. And it was a successful 2023 year. Thinking about Taylorville High School and the boys, they're having a tough season right now, but the girls Taylorville team absolutely killing it out there.
Girls are fabulous. They play again tonight, and then they play Saturday in the shootout against Paris, I believe. And that'll look great. That should be a great game there. And our boys, they put in the effort, don't they? I'm really proud to see the effort. The results aren't what we want, but as long as the effort's there, I think Coach Brown will turn it around in the next year or two, and we'll be up there state ranked maybe. Yeah, without a doubt. Coach Brown's got those boys in the right mindset, that is, and he's got them out. They do play hard. They play hard as heck. And one thing I was thinking about recently is Taylorville's been hosting these tournaments like the Taylorville Shootout, like the Taylorville Holiday Tournament, brings in a lot of folks to Taylorville. They get to see the beautiful high school gym. Talk to me about that. Right. Well, and like I said, I think our holiday tournaments 12, 14 years old now that we have on Christmas. And then the shootout's something they just started 5 or 6 years ago. And what a great event. We get teams from all over the state come and they enjoy playing in our gymnasium. Some of them, it's nice to see when they first walk in there, they just look around and never been in anything like that. Our gymnasium, I would say, is probably the best in the state. We might hear some arguments and things like that, but I wish our team matched our gymnasium is what I think. But hopefully they will. The girls are playing magnificent. Unbelievable. And I'll be out there Saturday to watch them play Paris. That should be a good game. It'll be a great game. And you mentioned right there, if anyone else had a better high school gym in the state, bring them to us. I want to see it because Taylorville High School is so lucky to have that beautiful gym that they play in and that they're able to host these tournaments, have people in. Yeah. That makes people go out to the restaurants in Taylorville. Yeah, it's great for the event. 3 days there over the break, and we put on a good tournament. Yeah, it's a great tournament. Thanks to what Jason Hadley does a magnificent job on that. So without a doubt. Him and Matt Hutchison, and looking forward to the school building another gymnasium and hopefully a performing arts center. I know they got plans to start. They're coming to the city Monday. They need a variance because they're going to be within so many feet of Sportsman's Drive, but the city will work with the school, I'm sure, on that. And it'll be great addition to our town and to our community. Yeah, it's funny to think that that's the only gym operating in the school. They don't have any auxiliary gym or anything else. So if you have gym class, you're doing it on the beautiful hardwood on Del Stanley or
Stadium.
Outside, I think, which would be pretty bitter today. Yeah, even tougher period for gym right there. So talking about the Taylorville High School right there in 2023 and all the benefits that is bringing with the high basketball season and bringing in different schools, it's really been a pleasure to see all of that movement in Taylorville. And in the year of 2023, it was successful in terms of development on the square and the surrounding areas here in Taylorville. We're going to take ourselves a little break, but we're sitting down right now with the mayor of Taylorville Mayor Bruce Berry. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back. You are listening to WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn slightly higher, beans slightly lower, wheat trading slightly higher. March corn 467 and 3/4 up 2.5. May corn up 2 pennies 480. December new crop 499 and a half up a penny. January beans down 2 1/4, 1267 and a quarter. March beans down 4 1/4, 1272 and 3/4. November new crop 1223 down 2 1/4. March wheat 604 up 3 3/4. July wheat up 1 1/4, 623 and a quarter. March bean meal 378.40 down $2. March bean oil 48.42 down 18 cents. Livestock market at this hour: January feeders 225.40 down 67 cents. February live cattle down 95 cents, 170.90. February lean hog 66.47 up $1.17. Energy market: February crude oil 72.82 up 12 cents. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
Applications for residency are now being accepted at Rolling Meadows Senior Living. Rolling Meadows offers seniors 62 and older a smoke-free facility with round-the-clock maintenance, controlled access, large kitchens with full-size appliances, on-site laundry facilities, complimentary Wi-Fi and common areas, and more. Call 217-287-2450 to schedule an appointment. Rolling Meadows is sponsored by Lutheran Social Services of Illinois and funded through U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and Federal Home Bank of Chicago. Rolling Meadows is an equal housing opportunity provider.
I'm Jeff Grimmett, Assistant Vice President at People's Bank and Trust in Taylorville. People's Bank and Trust is proud to sponsor Taylorville Junior High School Students of the Month on all of the WTIM platforms.
I'm Paige Spallinger, the 5th grade Student of the Month. My parents are Deanna and Danny Spallinger. School subjects I enjoy include math and art. After high school, I'm considering becoming a vet as a career.
Congratulations to these students on this honor from People's Bank and Trust. We put people first every day at People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Andrea Bach from the Christian County YMCA, where it's all about youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. Find out about our great programs and activities at your local YMCA by clicking our icon on the obituary page of TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Fall means attending your favorite festivals and bonfires. Taylorville Care Center can help get you back to doing what you want, like attending a local fall festival. Find out more by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to WTIM, your information station. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. We'd like to thank our sponsors that make it all possible. People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. We have Mayor Bruce Berry in the studio with us right now. We talked about moving into the year of 2024, all great developments happening in Taylorville, from the high school to the bike path, even to the lake out there. So many great things to look forward here. One more time, thank you so much, Mayor Berry, for being here with us.
It's great to be here, Tim.
So awesome to have you. And you just had a pretty cool meeting that you like to do about every 3 to 4 months.
Right.
You meet with other mayors.
Yeah,
This is interesting.
I host a meeting with all the mayors. We did that since I became mayor, and it's good to see some of the things that are giving trouble in Mount Auburn or Stonington,
Yeah.
Mount or Morrisonville, Kincaid, that area. So we meet about every quarterly, I'd say 3-4 months and just talk about different things that affect our towns. And it's a good meeting. I'll have to have you come to the next meeting. if you'd
I'd
like
love to find out
Okay.
the inner workings there
Right.
and find out what the problems are. I feel like some interesting conversation could
You
arise.
know, Taylorville's a lot different than say Stonington or something, but sometimes we'll have the same issue or something, maybe overpayment of water bills or things like that, and so it's good to talk with the other leaders around our county and then go from there.
Sure. With a town like Stonington and Mount Auburn, these are smaller towns. They probably deal with some different issues than we would deal with in Taylorville. Do you find yourself as the mayor of Taylorville, as I don't want to say captain of the team, but
Well,
you really
I don't think I know most of the of the mayors personally, or
Sure.
I've got to know them over I've been mayor 6 years now, and so I've got to know them. So it's good to see them out in the public, and hey, what's going on here, or how can you help us, or how can you help us? And a lot of times, it's just the need for people to get involved with things, and it works out great.
Sure. And within Taylorville, you're able to help. You may be able to extend some of your resources to help out and make a call here.
We, our street and sewer committee, does a lot of work for other towns that maybe not have the equipment that we have and things like that. And then they'll come and do some work for us, and it's sort of a trade off, and it works out good.
Oh, cool.
So, we do serve water to Kincaid. So we got a good relationship with them. We also don't give water to Langleyville, but we take care of them also. So it's good here in Taylorville.
Interesting. Really good to know about that. It's just kind of off topic now as we move away from the mayor meeting. Did you head out to the Christmas in the Park over at Manners Park?
Exactly. Yeah. What a great job Bailey Hancock does with that.
Yes.
She happens to be my stepdaughter. So we're pretty involved with the park out there, and I hope you voted for my sign, Tim, when you went out there. You probably didn't. Somebody said that you got 3 votes or something.
I was one of them.
And I was one, and I was 2 of them at least. So no, what a great job that the park district does with that, and I put my hats off to President Marlene Miller. She does a great job, and Bailey does most of the work for that. Her and her crew, the maintenance crew, and they was a great job. Now they're taking everything down and storing it for next year. So hopefully it'll be better next year.
I was blown away. Took my girlfriend over there. Had no idea what to expect, but you go through the arch of Manners Park and it begins.
Right, exactly.
The amount of time that must have taken to set all that up.
Yeah, it takes probably a month. I think the whole month of December, people were, or whole month of November, because it starts about the first week of December, and the park employees do a great job.
An absolutely great job. And, the second part of that is you get to see all of the community's different decorations and statues they put out there, all the different arrangements. It's perfect. What does that make you feel like?
And all the people that fill the booth there at the end when you probably didn't give your $5 for the donation.
I gave it to the hot chocolate guy, and now I'm out of cash.
Oh, and it was so great. The CEO group doing the hot chocolate. That was great this year.
So many players involved. With
exactly.
this.
The whole community. Yeah.
Organization here and a business here, and the
Optimus,
the
Kiwanis, the kids, the food pantry, the CEO class, everything. FFA, I'm sure, did a lot of work and things like that, and it's something that Taylorville's proud to have.
Totally, and it lasted a long time. You're able to drive through that real slow and really fun. I did spend my $5, and I left it as a donation at Hot Chocolate, not knowing there would be an optional donation at the end. Guys, I'm sorry. Okay, I already gave my cash over.
Well, I'm sure they'll be all right.
It was all right. What a perfect initiative that was, and then all the hard work done at Manners Park for Christmas in the Park. It just makes it very, very fun.
Yeah.
We're sitting down right now with the mayor of Taylorville, Mayor Bruce Berry. It's been really fun conversation so far. As we move into the 2024 year, there's so many developments to be keeping your eye on here in Taylorville. You talked about Heartland Development Partners and Small Town Taylorville. And when you go on a site like Small Town Taylorville and you can see every business, and for the Christmas months, they were really singling out businesses.
They work with everyone in the community. Yeah. And one thing I'd like to get as a minute or two left, the blighted properties in our town. That's my goal this year, to tear down all the blighted property, the houses. So I told our alderman the other night at our short meeting to get me a list of addresses. But if anyone's out there listening, get me an address. Call my office, get me an address, and we'll see. We're going to hopefully tear down the house on 2nd Street. We're going to tear one down on East Poplar soon. These have sat empty for years and years, and they just need tore down, and so the city's going to go after that this year. That's going to be my main goal.
Love it. Didn't even ask you your resolution right here. That's it. And then in a way of beautifying the city, that's the first step.
Well, yes, and maybe somebody will come in and buy that with it down and build something. That again, getting back to the school, the building trades do an excellent job. I know a lady just donated some land to them. They're building their 3rd house and they're beautiful houses, and the kids learn a craft, and what better can the school do and teach somebody a craft? Because as you know, we need craftsmen out there like everything.
They're on like house 30 or something of that building trades class. They've done so much.
Yeah, that goes from year back, but third since they started building them again.
Wow. So cool. Another great initiative there by the high school. Mayor Barry, we are out of time. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you, Tim. Have
Absolutely.
a good day.
You as well. That's Mayor Bruce Barry, the mayor of Taylorville, and I'm Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Thank you all for listening. You are listening to WTIM, your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EH Payne and Nokomis.
Are awaiting more information, and it is expected soon, on a shooting at a high school in Perry, Iowa. It's about 30 miles northwest of Des Moines. Gunshots rang out this morning on the students' first